So I'm getting ready to sand this, and I noticed a pretty deep dent. It probably doesn't show up very well on camera, but it's deeper than it looks. It's right there. Let me put it this way. It's deep enough to show, especially if the piece gets stained, which this does. And you may already know about this, but for those of you who don't, let me show you how this works. You may have seen the process of steaming out dents, but one of the key ingredients that I never see people do is adding moisture or water to these dents. And I like using distilled water. I don't know if it makes any difference, but that's what I use. Now, I should mention, the sooner you get to this dent and try to repair it, the better. I like to equate this time frame like a memory, right? The wood fibers will react sooner, easier. If it's an old dent, the results won't be nearly as good or effective. Old things just have a slower response time. Don't ask me how I know. Now you can see I'm using an iron. It's on full hot setting, and this paper towel is slightly damp. And I'll do this a couple of times, and as I progress, I use drier paper towels. The steam is what's getting out the dent in addition to the heat. And you got to be careful with the heat as well. You can liquefy or soften PVA glues. Of course, if this is solid wood, you wouldn't have to worry about that. But here I'm just giving it a blast of air to cool that down. And in this particular case, this is 1/42 of an inch veneer, sometimes called raw veneer. It's pretty thin. 1/42 is about 24 thousandths. So sanding it completely out would not have been an option. But by steaming it, I'll get it out 85 to 95%, right? So after that's completely dry, I can continue my sanding process. And here I'm using a Dynabrade air sander. I love this thing. It's a bit more aggressive than my Festool ETS 150 or whatever it is, because this thing has like a 3/16 or 5mm swirl pattern. So it's perfect for your beginning stages of sanding. And then I follow up or finish with the Festool ETS, and that machine has a 3mm swirl pattern. All right, so this has been finished sanded with 120 and then 180. And I don't know where that dent was, but it was somewhere between these two knots, there and there. And let me zoom in here. Just, it's gone. Absolutely perfect. All right, there's the panel after it's been stained, and dents and scratches will always show up after stain, right? So I was thrilled with the way this turned out. Now, this next project has some footage that was shot in portrait mode. I apologize, but it is what it is. Check it out. All right, on to another project with deeper dents. These are probably worse than the last one. And this is also veneer, but substantially thicker at 1/16 of an inch thick. Again, just added water. I can't believe I did that. I was getting in a hurry, I guess, and dented this top on some sawhorses. So there was 5 little dents. I put water in there. Then this is wet rag, iron on a cotton setting, hot. That looks way better. You got to be careful not to release your glue. This is shop sawn veneer. Of course, by repeating this process, you will maximize the results or the effectiveness. A little bit of water on those one more time. Can't believe I did that.
Okay, damp paper towel goes on there. Steam it out. Come on, baby. Oh yeah, looking better and better. And thank God for shop sawn veneer. It's pretty thick, so it'll sand out easily. I'll go over the entire top and sand it out.
I absolutely love this trick. It works amazingly well. I should mention that if the dent is severe, then it won't work nearly as well, nor will it work very well if it already has a finish. So I'm going to show you the finished piece here in a bit. Not exactly related. Well, yeah, in a way it is. It was a top that was dented. Yeah, man, I can work with that. I certainly hope this helps somebody out there. Thanks a ton. Hello. Welcome to our home. So this is a meaty cabinet, finally finished. It turned out fantastic. My lady loves it. This is aquarium gravel mixed with epoxy. I just got that stuff from Petco. Naughty alder, I used the stain and a conversion varnish on that. Shop made handles, right? rain glass here, and rain glass can look a little green for my liking. So what I did is I used an automotive window tint on the back side, on the smooth side, like in a bronze, just to give it a warmer tone. And this is all open underneath to keep these components cool. Of course, I use glass so you can access the infrared, right? Soft close hinges. And I wanted to create an illusion that this thing was only about 11 to 12 inches deep. So I made an open display here, utilizing the Fibonacci golden rectangle here. In fact, this is a door that folds down with a space for secret stash. I used sauce hinges and magnets, right? It helps keep that closed. And it's open in the back. It's open on the back side of this for the wires, and of course also to let that air circulate, right? Set the guy back. Little LED light here. Some accent lighting. All right, let me grab the camera here. And between these drawers, I added a wider style. And this folds down also on sauce hinges. Just another little secret stash. More magnets at the top here. You know, a lot of these little secret compartments, I like trying these processes so when I make something for somebody, I know how to do it. I know it's gonna work. I don't necessarily keep stuff in these, so don't bother. I use dominoes here, through dominoes going into this drawer box. I like building them like this. It's quick, it's easy, it's strong. I think it looks good. These are Baltic birch drawer boxes with a 3/32 maple edge banding. Soft close undermount drawer guides. Yeah. And this top, I made it about 3 inches thick. And this cove was made at the table saw. And I used an air grinder, or peanut grinder, to create this texture, just to tie in with this textured rain glass and the epoxy. And then I added a wider rail here. So I had this extra distance. And so this will get a box that fits on top there. Just another little secret stash, right? On both sides. And I dressed up the hole in this melamine with a wooden ring. And this, of course, will get shelvery there. Close that dude. Move the camera over here. So like I was saying, this entire thing is only about 11, 12 inches deep, but in fact, it will roll out. It's on wheels, so you can access the back. You can see how I notched the base down here to tie in with the baseboard. Yeah. My lady calls these Raymond corners. I just knock off that sharp corner. Came out fantastic. I really appreciate all the comments and the people that followed along. Out with the reload and in with the new. Thanks a ton for watching. Enjoy a spectacular day, yeah? Ciao.